Nihanyang, hello, I am the Dark Fane. Welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. We're just gonna jump right into the second half of the investigation. Sleeping peacefully.
And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me! I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up!
Oh, because she was...
I killed her there in front of the shelf!
Because she was sitting in the chair. There's no way.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
It has to be it. The evidence that proves there's an attack in front of the magazine shelf. Is?
I got it!
Okay, whew.
Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me! I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors! There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that!
Then...
Probably true.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
I was never convinced that Byakuya.
But...
Oh, I guess he's asking Athena.
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
I really wonder if Sakura somehow killed herself.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all
Nope,
confused and
because it
hectic,
was...
she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, because it was already
No,
open.
I don't think that's possible.
The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the locker is because I saw it for myself.
I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Although, no, I don't think Sakura would have killed herself because she, like, was determined to kind of take down the mastermind, right? To end everything. Not to end everything by, like, removing herself from the situation.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know! What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much.
I don't know if it proves it, but...
You're lying!
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
The more you defend her, the more she's gonna like you.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
The powder. Could we really be missing something so important? There's another possible explanation. Maybe it's... Make your argument. Okay.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
Damn it.
Shoot!
Oh, okay. Maybe I should have listened.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack,
Unless
What
it's
was it?
this one. Monochrome file.
There's no other possible cause.
Hang on. There's evidence of a strong blow to no other. However, it seemed maybe it was the monochrome file.
What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
Yeah. Okay, just making sure.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Jin, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause that killed Sakura. I can't think of anything other than the shot to...
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
I mean, I thought the yellow powder might be an indication that something was
According
wrong,
to the
but
Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
I don't think so.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
She's totally the ultimate detective.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees! She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Monokuma's just like, ooh.
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
Please do. What is with this, like, weird, like, crotch angle?
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
C9.
Is that the poison?
It's a poison.
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle.
Someone switched out her protein drink for it.
But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
Where we found it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C.
Thank goodness he's explaining this so I don't have to.
In section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
The bottle of poison Byakuya just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. It was on the same shelf as all the supplements. I'm positive.
I got it!
Yeah, hey.
The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Huh? But you just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
The footprints he's like, cause we compared Makoto's footprints, right? I can't remember if they said that the footprints were larger than his or smaller.
Yes?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips, and
Master!
we were so shocked at what we were seeing, all we could do was stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever. I don't really think that's still a good idea, because there's probably still some residual, like, poison in there. You don't just, like, unless you, like, washed it out clean, but, like, still.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
This is...
It's
It's
protein.
protein powder.
Oh, I forgot. She talks.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein
Oh,
powder.
okay. If they're Still though, powders like can
Which
leave
makes one wonder.
residue. I guess not enough maybe to be super poisonous if this one wasn't like ultra lethal.
The poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
Into her drink. The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean that conversely the poison must have been in. Could it be? Oh. Hangman's Gambit. Protein shake? Okay. Give me an R. Give me a T. Give me an E. Nope. I don't like how you just have to kind of wait. Me and go away, I. Give me a D. Hello? Please? Dear gosh. Give me an I clicked. Oh, done.
Now I understand.
I'm sorry, I'll stop. It's just a little.
The poison must have been poured into the protein can.
It's like too enunciated.
If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Please don't be Hina. Something at the scene, a protein drink.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
What if the person who made the drink was not the same as the person who switched them?
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
Oh?
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
Yeah, I'm surprised like they wouldn't have swept it up or like tried to clean it or anything. The footprints. Pocket trash. Where is it? Give on shelves where's the powder, footprints in the powder.
I got it!
Hey, I'm back to Bernie Hamster.
Footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected.
So it's neither Hiro nor Toko then, because they had already been in the rec room. There's no way they could get
What's
up there
more, the
and then
footprints
come back.
were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind.
But then, if the bottle wasn't knocked over yet, they would have to. Well, I guess they would have to first go to C. Maybe they knocked over the bottle then, but then they would have to walk from C to A, wasn't it?
And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who.
What if they match his? That'd
It
be
was
hilarious.
me.
No. No.
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Oh no. But I still don't think she would poison her deliberately. I think she would like innocently. That's so sad though then. If she like tried to help Sakura and then it ended up being the reason she died.
Then Ogre's killer was...
Yep, I did it. I killed Sakura.
Cool. But deliberately?
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Me and Hina? Oh.
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
These footprints must be. Makoto, are they yours? No! Okay then, let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus,
Still not
Hina's
convinced.
been acting strange ever since the trial began.
No.
You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't
I
you?
mean, that's what Celeste was doing
I can't believe it.
in the last one.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
Still think it's an accident.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way.
No! Oh, because she got betrayed by Sakura being the mole?
Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction.
That too.
Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true? Did you really... kill Sakura? And if you did,
Why?
why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Oh no.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once.
Hmm.
And then
Hold it! I'm not convinced.
Yay! Kyoko to the rescue.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you?
Oh god.
You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind.
Yeah. Just let Kyoko talk.
Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here.
When
What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them.
has Kyoko ever been like, oh, I'm sure she couldn't have done it for sentimental reasons? She presents facts. Shut up,
Not a
Byakuya.
person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
I still think Sakura was the one who did it because of the powder on her shoe.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
As many as it takes for you to shut up so you can listen to the facts about to be presented to your face.
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism,
See?
but there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Yeah.
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Is she... Oh no, Monokuma knows that she's dead. I was like, oh, maybe this is the plot to like pretend to be dead, and then Hina takes the blame for it so that Sakura can get to the... No, anyways.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually
So
kill
many
her?
conspiracy theories in this.
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
See?
That was...
Yeah.
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You
Or
didn't
like-
notice?
8 of them?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit.
We get to prove that Byaku is wrong.
There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Suck it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
This is literally what I just said, like, I don't know how long ago, but about the powder.
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf.
Wait, with protein powder? Oh.
And because of that, everything I did got found out.
Yeah, because now that's
And-
the C9.
That's it.
That story you just told.
It doesn't add up.
First, you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
But there's no footprints.
Yeah.
But if that's true, isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
Why do you have to repeat it?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
It's not that. We've heard it like 8 times. How long? Until we figure it out. But we already know. I guess it'll be make your argument now. Until I uncover the full truth of this case. Okay, fine. It's probably footprints.
First, I went to Section C. That's when I
Grab the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front
So
of
we're
the shelf.
contradicting Hina.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section
No, that's wrong. You said you went to get the poison from Section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her
I mean,
movements?
theoretically, yes, but she said, so.
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I'd left a footprint. Oop.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
What do you mean? That's what you said and you just didn't fucking catch it, you idiot.
Well,
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
No, maybe she did, like, oh. I mean, because I was saying earlier that there's no way Sakura could, so if Sakura's not dead, like if that poison didn't actually kill her, but maybe just made it seem like, you know, she was dead, like, you know, suspended and all that, and maybe if she was able to trick Monokuma that way, then when the bodies get cleaned up, she would be wherever that is, and then would have access behind the scenes. And anyways, sorry, that just like light bulb poop.
well, you see...
And she would have only told Hina because they were friends. Best friends.
What the?
Yeah, shut up, Byakuya. Sit down now.
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
I love that he's so fucking wrong.
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
Oh.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
Oh, please let it be Byakuya that killed her.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just dig it in further. I love it. Suck it, Byakuya.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
Haha.
I found this.
A piece of glass?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle, and the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
Haha.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize?
I kinda don't
Well
realize
then.
either.
Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
The shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison. I think I remember now. I broke something in the same shade of blue. Oh, the window.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
Well,
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
did he maybe toss it in after?
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question.
How did the glass get into the bottle?
How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
Byakuya switched them after the investigation started?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? Should have been in section A.
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab.
Byakuya did head there first.
Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there.
Yeah, because it got switched.
That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
So she wasn't poisoned though?
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
That's a little fast actually. Because if...
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked.
Why?
But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked?
Well, because all the glass was
We already
underneath
know
it.
she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
Exactly.
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Unless she actually asked Hina to bring her the poison. And then she brought it. And then switched it to make it look like she was the murderer.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
No, shut up.
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here.
Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it.
Yeah, it wasn't moved there.
That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that?
I like seeing Byakuya sweat because you fucking deserve it.
How can you know what I don't know?
Because we're smarter than you are. The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can into the rec room after it was opened. Oh. So we're contradicting Byakuya, maybe? Let me check the bullet on empty
When it
protein
comes-
drink, because... Just checking if it says that it was on the glass. Underneath the container. Okay, cool. When it comes to that protein
There's
can...
not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
I'm guessing Byakuya.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time.
Humph.
It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was...
Ooh, achievement unlocked. The color of television. What does that mean?
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can.
They were beneath.
We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
Look at his face.
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
Fuck you, Byakuya.
I see. So that's your explanation.
Where's your high and mighty fucking attitude now?
Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
She's smart.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
Right. But, so at that time, they weren't switched yet. And then, no. See, they were switched though, so wouldn't that mean that the bottle of poison had the protein powder, and then the protein can had the poison? But she didn't switch them.
if that's all true, then why did Sakura drink
No,
the
yeah.
poison?
Yeah.
I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Manners?
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing.
Okay.
We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
Well, then it was Sakura. Oh, so she filled her drink maybe with it? No, because the bottle... Okay, hang on a second. So Sakura in a locked room with the C9 bottle of poison. She drinks that, and then when the locked room is opened, that's how the glass shard gets into that bottle, and then they're swapped so that the protein drink is there and the poison is then returned to the chem lab. So then it would have to be after the locked room in the chem lab that the poison and the protein powder are then switched in the bottles and the C9 is put onto the wrong shelf. Right? So then everything Hina said about bringing the protein drink was not true. I think that's how. Anyways.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
I think maybe Sakura, like, told Hina that to get her out of the room. The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. It had to have been Sakura.
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself?
Why are her eyes so, like, watery? Maybe they're like blood cells.
What are you talking
No
about?
blood cells around.
There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
Why would she lie like that? No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence. Her shoe. Now I have to hit Hina with it. Okay, so we're contradicting Hina with the powder. Oh, the moment of truth. Oh, another bullet
You're a
time?
liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you!
I'm doing better on the reloading this time.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong!
Oh god.
I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're
I
wrong!
can't see anything.
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took
This should prove it.
I didn't have to change bullets. Oh, I think because I'm unkind. Or normal. I thought kind was normal.
Hina, did you know that
And not
Sakura's
like-
foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
Anyways.
It did?
Oh,
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
it could be turmeric. I don't know.
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing. Which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself.
Okay.
But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison.
Yeah.
After all, that's all that section contained.
And like she would have known that. She and Hina both looked through it.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura. The connection between Sakura and the poison, the unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. Oh! But it's...
Here's my answer.
yeah. This is so
The
weird.
one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
Oh, I was right. I really wonder if Sakura somehow killed herself.
What?
Still got that dumb fucking face.
The killer was Sakura?
What happens then?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because of course Sakura wanted to create the locked room.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did.
Hina probably had gone to get the protein drink, and then when she came back, that's when she saw her.
She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. and the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room.
That's, yeah, the part.
And that was you,
Yeah.
wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation,
But
didn't
why
you?
is what I want to know.
When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door because you already knew Sakura was dead, and because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. And shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. Yeah, normally she would have been
You
like,
said you were going to go get everyone else, but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
okay, that makes more sense now, yeah.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room,
I got everyone. Oh, ogre. Oh, so she's sad, huh? Sakura's been killed. I see.
while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body.
Yeah.
The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation.
Why would Hina want to hide that, though?
As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
You didn't think Hina had it in her, did ya?
No! No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right.
That was quick.
We have to end this properly.
Oh, we gotta vote? Okay. Alright. Sakura wanted to talk to her and one other person. Oh, Byakuya, that's a face. And then Toko got to the rec room and hid somewhere. She was in the locker. This would be her hiding, I think? Because this is... Where's this her? I can't tell which is her hiding and which is not. Okay, we'll just go with that one for now. And then came in and freaked out, hit her in the head. Where's my mouse? It would have been the night. And then the magazine, he wrote Toko on it, and then he ran away. And then Toko saw this, who was in the locker. That's why I think it's this one. But this is her coming out. Maybe this first one is her hiding. And then this is her coming out, and then she puts it back, and then I thought she put it back. Oh, upside down. Okay, more detail. And then she comes up, she freaks out, and then she hits her with the bottle again, and then there's the queen piece here, and then she tries to sweep it up and skedaddles, and then Sakura, still alive like a champ, comes back. Wait, what actually killed Sakura from the chem lab? She took the poison. and then drink it. And then in Act 6, we all find her. And then... Why? Oh, I guess we're explaining what Hina did, so... It would have been on the ground. Oh, wait. No, because he already grabbed it, it would have shattered here. Oh, this is the one where she picks it up. And then this one is the one where it's bloody, because... here. And then this one is... this... Thanks, it's good. Oh my god, look at Toko's hair in this one. Very
Here's
nice.
exactly what happened.
I hope I got the Toko ones right.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Oh, it was wrong. God damn it. Fine. I mean, they're very similar, are they not? My initial thought was correct. Oops, I did it again, didn't I? Okay.
The killer is you!
But not really?
But one of them, she got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Yeah, okay.
And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight.
I wouldn't say she crawled, but okay.
Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear,
Honestly, pretty smart of Toko to go in and hide.
she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack.
Yep.
When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed
Poor
another
Sakura.
Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece.
I mean, Genocide Jill must be happy. She didn't actually...
And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon.
She didn't actually, like, kill someone that she did, you know, it wasn't part of her MO.
But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath.
I guess, yeah, Hina didn't realize until...
Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves.
That's honestly the real mystery.
In an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort
Was you, Hina. Oh my god.
was you, Hina.
Oh dear. So dramatic.
That's the full truth of the case.
Alright.
Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened?
Yeah, it's not really compelling.
But, Makoto, how did you manage to...
We're smarter than you are. Well, not Makoto maybe, but
How were
Kyoko.
you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Cause you're a big dumb doofus.
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated.
Yeah.
That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case.
I still don't really understand Hina's motive for covering up Sakura's, like, suicide.
See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings,
Come back to bite
it'll
you.
always come back to bite you in the end.
Haha. This is why Kyoko is now best girl. But, oh, it's done. So then what happens if the person who committed the murder is already dead? Yay! I got an 8. Claps. 108 medals. Is there gonna be more free time after this?
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot?
Well,
I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the Blackened?
what happens if the Blacken's already dead?
Will you make the right choice?
Yeah, okay,
Academy?
Monokuma. There's less stakes in this one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet you... Why did you do that? She can't take it anymore, maybe?
Don't be mean!
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because... That's exactly what I wanted. Oh. Darn. No conspiracy theories then of Sakura coming back to life and somehow being in the clutches of the mastermind. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why.
You should have been the one to die.
Ooh, I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean you're gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins, because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes. You're serious? That's...
What is this?
You still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's... I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault, after all. But now, you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me...
I can't forgive this!
My closest friend got hurt. Sakura... Because of me. My friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Is this because she was, like, working for Monokuma? Like, did she have something to do with setting it all up as well? Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked me to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry. I just want to talk to them.
But...
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you...
Hina.
Please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Oh... Sakura... She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
Why?
And yet... Yeah, jeez. You trampled all over her feelings. And then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
Do you have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you'd pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
You came. Wait right there, I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
Oh. Could I ask you to? Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. Oh, she did that so she wouldn't have to see. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in. Please open the door.
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? Oh. She had weaknesses just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. Hina. We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner. And we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey, hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but
Hey!
it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course I know she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words...
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
Yes, indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this? Last Testament, Sakura Ogami?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. What? But Hina already...
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's so manipulative. I didn't know Monokuma was allowed to change the game like that.
It's true.
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
Huh?
And you lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little...
Damn it.
I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything.
Pung, pung.
Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around.
Phew.
Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene, cut.
And?
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice. Oh boy, I'm sorry.
Hey!
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, geez. Talking about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna read it in Sakura's voice. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
Oh. You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch. So even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. This is what Monokuma was saying to her in between chapter 2 and 3. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina,
Oh.
my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
oh, that's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic? Or just moronic?
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I am perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told, and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is...
Oh.
myself.
Oh. If the Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning.
But Sakura...
Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting, to protect us.
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. And that's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much. No normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally,
Oh, there's more.
Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but please, don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please, talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible.
Oh.
Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else.
Oh
No
my
matter
God.
what, just survive.
Oh. Little teary-eyed.
But
This... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close and still.
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless.
Uh-oh.
She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. How come Hina didn't see the note? Maybe she... Yeah. I wonder when it was delivered to her, or if Monokuma took it. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember, we're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either.
Ooh-hoo.
Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else.
What? What do you want?
What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go.
How strange.
How strange. But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that.
Phew.
Ah, lovely Byakuya, you understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game. What?
Huh?
Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There's no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it.
What?
What's going on here? Now I have only one thing to look forward to,
It's all clear now.
and that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Byakuya, does this mean? Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. Wherever Master goes, I go. And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Everyone.
Hey,
Well, now can you see that Sakura's death had no meaning? How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still going to be the one having the fun time.
what the heck?
The fun time? Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track. Kills, chills, thrills.
You want me to punish you guys?
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Punishment time.
What?
Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna...
But
Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh, heavens, no. Just because the blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the bear times one rule.
Listen up.
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste.
Yoo-hoo!
So for my special punishment, I've prepared a special guest. A special guest? What is happening?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Is he just gonna use Sakura's body or something? Alter ego. Oh, she got found out. He got found out. That is a buff Monokuma, and it's a little disturbing. Excavator Destroyer? Oh boy. Well, at least it wasn't like a body. That would have been real gruesome. Oh no. Fuck. You suck, man. You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk.
Phew.
Oh, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at, and I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried, broiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence. Grilled is where it's at. Oh. I realize how dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but still, when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. Yeah, you might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you? That was my friend. How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
Huh? You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut the hell up. He wasn't just a laptop. He was my friend, and you killed him. Is this what you call animism? Where a soul dwells within all things? Even, like, laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out. Oh, sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So, you finally noticed him.
Actually,
Finally? No. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all gonna play out from the start. What?
What are you thinking?
You knew, and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge.
yep.
Well, I mean, the data in that laptop, it was... I guess you could call it a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe more like a reward in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed. Yeah, the punishment has made me feel 1,000,000,000 times better.
very nice.
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower. No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everyone who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Holy moly, you're super mad. Like, just unreasonably upset.
Well,
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that,
uh-huh.
I need to read the postscript. Of Sakura's letter?
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Huh? Do I have your attention? Okay, then here we go.
Hello.
Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. Which are not very dulcet, I know. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully, it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school. What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing. Which is, the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Oopsie daisy! That was a close one. Another word and we would have been hip-deep in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today. What? You can't just stop at the most important bit? I guess that's why he probably took the note. It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even friggin' know, huh?
You guys?
That's the whole point, stupid. It's to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. I can't ever let any of you greaseballs have it. But
Too bad.
sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last line in the note. And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what. And that's seriously it. Huh, wow, what a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die, she'll fight you. See, that's why I'm hoping, so maybe Hina wasn't in on it, I was hoping she like faked her death somehow, and then when she gets cleaned up, she'll be like, haha, fuck you. Well, whatever, who cares about some dead musclehead, what some dead musclehead has to say.
Well?
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know? And maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long, think hard. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message? Her last clue to help us solve the mystery of this school. The mastermind did something to us? Kyoko did mention in an earlier episode, or had asked Monokuma earlier, like, what did you do to my body? And none of us remember, like, our previous lives, like, before, right? Especially with, like, the pictures that have come out. It's, like, it's likely that everyone's lost their memory somehow. Kyoko said something like that. Okay, there, see? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You.
See?
Who? Hey,
The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb? No. And if we try to leave the school, the sensor goes off? And the bomb explodes? I mean, that would be like a pretty good failsafe for a killing game. I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo,
So, the class trial is over and Monokuma's gone.
but
So, now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up? Oh, yeah, okay, let's get out of here. But, I am... Hina must still feel responsible. Dialing back that ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat. I mean, you almost got taken in by it, Byakuya, so you can't really talk.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge, except you kinda did. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Heh. Seriously? I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then, I'll try. That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag? What?
No, 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 no!
I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master. I would have never expected that to happen either.
Huh?
What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's right, I called you a sleazeball. 'Cause you are, sleazeball.
I see.
Apparently, you still have a death wish. Oh, more biting sarcasm? No wonder you don't have any friends. Damn.
No, 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 no!
Hey, stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want the abuse. Abuse, give and take. Me. I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. Chapter 4 done? Oh, nope. And so Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Wow, this is a long game. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us. Nighttime.
Okay then.
Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it, down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep, but the night still wasn't over for me. But why not? A voice. I could hear a voice. What? Wake up. Wake up. Huh? The voice dragged me from deep slumber into hazy half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead. I'm assuming it's Kyoko? Or it's... Okay, whew.
Kyoko?
How'd she get in my room?
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
What the fuck's wrong with you, Makoto?
Wait, what?
Time unknown. In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. Wait, but my door. It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless. It was unlocked? Are you serious?
Hey,
Always. And you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised. What time is it?
correct.
3 o'clock. In the morning, of course. It's 3 a.m.? Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? Let's find out. Midnight? Midnight? She just said it was 3 a.m. It's so late. What happened?
Makoto,
I have a favor I need to ask. What's your favor?
so...
Remember when Sakura said at the end of her note? I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that. Okay, but how do you plan to do that? Then Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered. The data center on the 4th floor. What?
Goodbye.
I'll meet you there. Without another word, she was gone. What the? Her words reverberated through my half-dazed head. The data center? But I thought it was locked. Okay, I was gonna end it, but now I gotta know. I gotta finish the chapter. I made my way into the after-hours school and headed for the data center on the 4th floor. Eventually, I wound up at the data center, but when I arrived, Kyoko's not here. That's weird. She said she'd meet me. Is she maybe inside already? I put my hand on the door, and with a certain amount of force, it didn't open. I tried again, but it must be locked. What was it Kyoko said? The data center on the 4th floor.
What's this?
Oh, what are you doing up, mister?
Damn it!
Breaking into a locked room is incredibly prohibited, don't you know? Oh, well, You're trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in yet, right? But
Hey!
I can see that you don't. Don't waste my time telling me crap I can see for myself.
Unbelievable.
It looked like you might break in any second, so I just thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. Or are you gonna try and tell me you were sleepwalking or something? No, nothing like that. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know? Stop being weird and go back to bed. What's wrong now?
Just a second.
Why are you out here making a racket? Kyoko!
You too?
Oh,
You guys?
whatever. The two of you, just get back to bed. I'm positively exhausted from the class trial.
It's true.
Sure, you got it. Come on, Makoto, let's head back. What? Was she just seeing Monokuma's reaction, maybe, to trying to get to the data lab?
Hey,
Didn't you hear me? We're leaving. I have no idea what's going on anymore.
shall we go?
Don't worry about it. Let's just go. Okay. Yeah. Go on, get out of here. Shoo. So we left and went back to our rooms. Oh, and then...
Goodbye.
So, goodbye. Oh, hold on. Listen, what was that all about just now? She woke me up, made me go to the data center, which just so happened to be locked, and then she shows up late and we leave without checking a single thing. What was the point of all that?
Whew.
Don't worry about it. I figured that would be the end of our conversation, just like always, but...
Goodbye.
Well then, good night. Sure. And then that was over. But as I turned to leave... Again.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
What? Mukuro... Ikusaba. Kyoko is right next to me once again, whispering into my ear.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Mukuro
The
Ikusaba.
16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school.
Oh, shit.
The one they call the ultimate despair.
Oh.
Watch out for her.
How did she find out? What? Ooh. Does that mean in the next chapter we're gonna find out? Wow, there's only 7? Question mark? Oh, jeez. This game always makes me want to play more. I got an item. The Ultra Lump. Oh. Yes. 4 by Gore is the achievement that I just unlocked.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Oh. Well. With the end of that chapter 4, we are going to leave this one here. Oh my gosh. Oh, poor Sakura. Oh, I really hope she's still alive and it's going to be like a ha-ha, you know, kind of reveal at the end. I don't see how, but maybe. But I hope... I kind of don't want to go through all of the free time events again. But I guess we'll see what chapter 5 now has in store with us. But we're only halfway through the game, and we just, like during the class trial of chapter 4, like, wow, there's gotta be a lot of story left. I guess there's a lot of mysteries to unravel. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for notifications when I put out new videos. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!